our submission, we are presenting Kaleido, illuminating the colorful spectrum of bias in the news. The news is plagued with bias. This is our problem statement. In the United States, about 62% of traditional media is viewed as biased, and it's even worse in social media. About 80% of news is perceived the same way. A 2022 Security.org study reveals that 90% of Americans they do fact check their news. However, trust in these media organizations has rapidly declined, with about half the country trusting less than a year ago, and many sharing unverified news on social media.
Kaleido is a Chrome extension designed to seamlessly integrate into your browsing and reading experience. Kaleido works in the background as you explore news articles, leveraging vector embedding search technology to analyze the content of your current article. After identifying similar articles discovered by other users through embeddings, Kaleido offers a unique comparative analysis of the article at hand.
So at its core, Kaleido mainly does two things. It does comparative analysis and idea aggregation and analysis. For comparative analysis, it essentially compares the bias and sentiment of the current article with a bunch of other relevant articles that it deems relevant by a vector search on just the entire embedding. The idea aggregation analysis is a little more complex. So we have a pre-processing step where when we ingest all of the news articles, we distill essentially each one of them into multiple points or topics, and then those are also embedded in vector space. And then we have a network of ideas kind of shared across different articles. And then this allows us to surface significant overarching takeaways from not just the article that you're viewing, but also a lot of relevant articles. And it gives a very comprehensive view of all of them and how each article, on average, generally talks about each issue.
So this is our article ingestion pipeline. We first have a set of articles, the purple boxes, and we use LLM to extract key topics from each article. Then we cluster these up and remove any duplicate ideas. And then finally, we use LLMs again to summarize the clustered topics into a one sentence blur.
Yep, and then then when it's actually time to search, when you open the browser extension, it passes just only the article URL currently being viewed, and if we have that in our database, we do a vector search for all of the related articles. Then once we get all of the related articles, let's say there are 10, we gather the pre-computed topics that we had already gathered from the previous step from the LLM, and then from there we just generate this superset of all kind of topics and related ideas, and then we surface all the information back to the client. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna head to the demo.